Hello all, a very good morning. Hope you all are doing well. On behalf of BCAS, I, Miss Anushri Shah, one of the student coordinator, welcomes you all on this online platform. Do you know, guys, the only thing which is constant in life is change? Yes, you heard it correct. In order to keep up with this pace of changes happening in our profession, ICI has come up with the new scheme for CA course, the current trending topic among all of us right now, with many questions such as impact of this new scheme among students, about the articleship tenure and etc. Hence, in order to address these doubts arising in the minds of the students, the Human Resource Development Committee of Bombay Chartered Accountants Society has arranged this interactive session today. I may assure you that by the end of this session, you all will be benefited from the deliberations and discussions on this subject. Without taking much of your time, I would now request Jigar sir to introduce our HRD committee. Over to you, Jigar sir.
Hello everyone, very good morning. I am CA Jigar Shah and I am one of the conveners of Human Resource Development Committee of Bombay Chartered Accountants Society. Uh, so before introducing the committee and the student activities, I would just like to speak few words about Bombay Chartered Accountants Society. It is one of the oldest associations of chartered accountants and a very elite associations with more than 10,000 members. And it has been a pioneer when it comes to knowledge sharing and conducting various webinars, taking up various initiatives with regards to dialogue with government, etc. And it contributes a lot overall to the whole CA fraternity as such, and it also takes special care for CA students, and it is under Human Resource Development Committee, wherein all student activities are being taken care of. So uh, the committee uh, for students, the committee conducts a study circle every month, which is ideally to be led by a student in themselves, and the students are mentored by CAs. Right, so there is a study circle for students and by the students. Apart from that, we also have various other activities. We go for trekking, we go for tree plantation. We are also planning to do something like a treasure hunt this year. So, and all these activities once again are suggested by students, and they are being deliberated upon, and that is how we conduct activities. We also have standard webinars with respect to success in CA exams, etc., which we do after every twice a year, right? And our flagship event is Tarang. It is a students annual day function with lot of competitions covering all aspects of areas, right from speaking, writing, talent, etc. More about it later. And so I became part of this committee. I became part of Bombay Chartered Accountants Society from my students' day through Tarang, and I'm really proud to see students taking leadership. Students like Anushri, Richi, Divya, who are over here, they are taking leadership, complete leadership of all student activities. And in fact, even this program, this event today is led by students. They have organized the whole thing. So more power to you guys. I like Divya now to introduce our today's speaker, Hrudyesh. Hrudyesh, thanks a lot for accepting our invite, accepting our students' invite, and coming over here. Uh, Handing over to Divya.
You are on mute.
I'm so sorry. So thank you, Jigar sir, for your kind words. And hi, Hrudyesh sir. So I'm Divya Rai. I'm one of the student coordinators. And for today, our guest speaker is CA Hrudyesh Pankhania, an action taker, a multitasker, entrepreneur, mentor, speaker. He has always chosen an unconventional path of doing things. Hrudyesh Pankhania started Mado Foundation under Mado Group to help people from many various spheres of life to connect via his unique seminars, workshops, social cultural activities. He comes out as a geek when you look at his educational profile. Being a ranker in academics since school life, he's a chartered accountant, a lawyer, and a postgraduate in commerce. Apart from this, he has also cleared his DISA, FFD, and NET examinations. Wow. He is currently an elected regional council member of WIRC, and apart from that, from having an experience of more than 10 years in all type of bank audits, he is mainly a personal development coach and has been a mentor and a trainer to students and professionals from all horizons on public speaking, career coach and all management topics, and has coached around more than 50,000 participants from in a face-to-face activity. Converting his passion into profession, he is a professional anchor and and choreographer for mainly wedding events. Known for his flair for speaking, he is a content writer on social media. We have so many things to hear about you today, sir. So over to you for the session.
Thank you so much. Am I audible, Divya? Thank you so much, Divya, for this amazing introduction, and very glad. Thank you, Jigar Thank you, Dhyanesh. Thank you, Anushri, and the entire, I think, the BCS team, Anand Bhai from the HRD, and the President Sir as well. Extremely glad to be as a speaker for this session, and I think very glad first to be a part of BCS as well, and amazing activities that BCS has been organizing. I think this next coming year, looking forward for more amazing activities as well. One of the very well thought sessions that they planned is in terms of what is the new course about, because the moment, I think from 1st of June, it's been out that there's something like a new course, new curriculum proposed by the ICI. It's been a lot on the social media, and what happens is nobody goes and tries to read the entire notification or the entire proposed scheme. And in fact, I would like to thank ICAI, who's proposed this newly curriculum for all of you, and which is available as of now on public comments. So let's understand first the basic theology. What is happening? So on 1st of June, it's out in the market, the new proposed scheme, until 30th of June is open for public comments. Now, who's the public? Every stakeholder, any chartered accountant student, any CA member, anyone can go and give their submission feedback. Where and all, I'm going to be showing you by sharing the screen in a while. So, just sharing my screen for all of you. Okay. So the proposed scheme of education and training, I'll try to make it very short and crisp so that we get in detail what is given by ICI rather than just reading some of the very, one quick image on a LinkedIn, on an Instagram, or a Facebook, or on a Twitter. Let's read what exactly is being proposed and how it is going to affect and whom. Apart from this is the official PPT which is there on the social media or on the website of the ICI as well. Anything not given in this is just a rumor, or it's just somebody has cooked up and it is there on your across and we start talking about it. Anything given here is what is proposed. Let us understand it is proposed and not final. I tell you it is proposed and not final, where I saw a post on social media, on Instagram, that the new course is final, and a lot of pages across social media started telling, oh, ye final ho gaya. How? Let's not believe the rumor, and let's always be what is given on the ICI website. So, the proposed scheme of education and training 2022. Contents, key highlights, subject papers. I will not go to the basics of the slides. So, now what happens when any educational thing gets proposed by the ICI? There is something known as CRED, which is nothing but Committee of Review for Education and Training. Now, this Committee for Review of Education and Training was commenced in the year 75, and the duration of last 5 CREDs has always been at a gap of 10 years, 9 to 10 years. You see, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 2017. So it was always like a gap of 9 to 10 years, it was the first time that ICI brought the CRET at a gap of 4 to 5 years only. Right after 17, it brought the CRET at 2021, and finally, because after a lot of deliberations, after like almost 1.5 year of discussions within the council at the central level and with ministry, of course, the new curriculum got proposed. Why? You may ask कि भाई क्यों इतना क्या घाई था? Correct? Few important things, because they wanted to make the curriculum which is globally relevant, right, to launch the international curriculum. There was a new educational policy, National Education Policy 2020, to keep upright with that. We know the growing importance of information technology, IT, and the ethics, right? So they wanted to integrate ethics and IT, which is very the backbone of a chartered accountant, into the subjects at final level, and the role of chartered accountants that CAs are playing today. I mean, at the time, there was when CAs were into audit, tax, one or two things, but today, that's not the case, right? So let our course be upright with what the industry or what the today's time demands. The basic modus operandi is, which was I said, I will take you what are the important focus areas. Requirement for change in the manner of learning. हम किस हिसाब से पढ़ते हैं? A very much need is there for to make it globally relevant how international students study, right? We talk how we study and we often compare our education with international, saying that वहाँ पे ऐसा हो रहा है हमारे यहाँ क्यों नहीं? This is an attempt by the ICI, and that is how the National Education Policy of 2020 was also proposed. Honing of interpretational skills. We've been said that chartered accountants are technically very great, but not great in terms of interpersonal skills. I think by this, it's going to become better. The duration of the course was always talked about. The internationalization, the futuristic look, futuristic outlook, which is one of the most important thing, that where are we heading? Higher degree of industry orientation, and which I said the integration of ethics. Now, one of the most, this slide sums everything. This slide sums up everything. Proposed examination and training life cycle. What do? You register for foundation exam after passing class 10. You can register but not give an exam. Registration after 10th you can do anytime, which is there in the proposed scheme also. We'll have a comparison chart also of proposed and what is existing. So, the moment you are done 10th, when you're in 11th or 12th, you can register any of that time. However, the registrations will be valid for 4 years. Now, when can you give a foundation exam? Only after your 10+2 examination. मतलब जैसे ही अपने 12th standard का exam दे दिया, right? And you have already completed 4 months from registration and not 4 months from your examination giving or 12th ka passing. Correct? You can give a foundation exam, right? Meaning if you have registered, let's say in October, and after October, November, December, January, February, your 12th standard is there. You give your 12th exam in Feb, March, and if there is an attempt in May of foundation, you are eligible but natural. Correct? Now, there are 4 papers in foundation. Passing marks is going to be 50% in each paper. Passing marks is 50% in each paper. Now, next, you register for the intermediate course after passing foundation exam, right? Or a graduate or postgraduate with requisite marks, which the registration is going to be valid for 5 years. For 5 years. Now, this registration will also be treated as registered for the BA, that is the Business Accounting Associate. Correct? Now, what is it going to be intermediate course? The intermediate course talks about, this is a summary slide, and then we'll get into the ingredients. Now, in intermediate, of course, the basics is going to be, passing marks is going to be 40% in each paper, 50% overall, right? And instead of currently 8 papers, that is 4 and 4 in each group, there are going to be 6 papers to be going and given in the examination hall. That is going to be 3 papers in each group. Which papers we'll see. Now, one of the most important change. Currently, after passing either of the groups of inter, we start articleship. Correct? What is the new proposed scheme? After you pass both the groups of intermediate examination and you complete your orientation ITT. There is nothing but integrated courses, nothing but your orientation ITT. You can start your articleship. मतलब जब तक intermediate का दोनों group pass नहीं हो, you cannot start your articleship. Then what do? You start your articleship and you register for your final course, which is a valid for 10 years, of course, and you can revalidate, of course. Now, one of the major change, right? Acha, am I going fast? Let me know if I'm going fast, and you, because this is something which I think a lot of people have already, read through or anything. Am I going fast? Just answer yes or no. No, I think we got an answer. No. Thank you, sir. Okay, so now articleship period is going to be of 2 years instead of 3 years. Articleship period is going to be of 2 years, straight 2 years, of which second year can be an industrial training. Now, earlier a lot of things, क्योंकि हम एक group pass करते थे and एक group के बाद we used to start articleship, so there was always a problem of leaves and all of those things, right? Because we have to go for exam, there is a due date. So during your articleship, now unless you finish both the groups of in your inter, you cannot start your articleship. So leave will not be an issue. You do not have to do any of MCS or orientation or ITT during your articleship, so that's not again an issue. That is why the leaves have been reduced to 12 days in a year, apart from your other leaves, which the holidays, national days that the company gives. So it's going to be a full focus. Now, what happens when you have full focused industrial training or an articleship for that matter, our concentration is just to learn. And that is the core of a chartered accountancy course. Any chartered accountant who is sitting currently here, will agree. The core and a differentiation of a CA course has been the 3 years of rigorous articleship training that we have had. So here they're going to make it 2 years of core rigorous, of which the second year can be an industrial training. Meaning, first year of articleship form kar lo, second year either continue in the articleship form or you can go for industrial training. Correct? Now, the next one. What do you do after that? The moment you're done with 2 years of articleship, you undergo your advanced ICTS. What is that? Your MCS course, that is a GMCS course, and advanced ITT. Also, during your 2 years of articleship, there are going to be some self-paced online modules which you can keep on doing and keep on studying while you are undergoing articleship in these 2 years. And after completion of articleship, before appearing your final examination, you need to finish of all of these things. Correct? You got to be finishing of all of these things. Now, what do you do after that? You appear for final examination, but when? After and completion of 6 months from the end of articleship. मतलब क्या? अगर let's say an example, I'm going to be taking all of the questions once we are done with this. मतलब क्या होने वाला है? If you start your articleship, let's say in example September 2022. September 22 say your 2 years of articleship will end in September 24. So from 15, let's say 15 September. So 15 September 24 के बाद 6 months के बाद whichever final attempt is available, you can go and give that final. Provided you have finished your advanced AICTS, that is your MCS and ITT, advanced ITT. You have finished all your self-paced online module which are available for with you with 2.5 years. Correct? And you finished your articleship also. Okay, if you do not pass, a lot of times you are tagged with a semi-qualified, right? Semi-qualified CA. So if you do not pass the CA final and you anytime plan to drop out, let's say an example, we can just apply for a business accounting associate, and which is hold a lot of value because you've studied the core subjects, and one of the most important, you had 2 years of rigorous articleship, which will be a combination of articleship in a CA firm and industrial training, or just in a CA firm, a big firm, mid-size, small size, any firm. You can apply for a business accounting associate. That is just an application and you get that certificate. जो currently जिसको हम ATC बोलते थे, लेकिन ATC और BA में थोड़ा फर्क है. Correct? ATC could be anytime after inter also. This is going to be after you finished your articleship. Now, one of the most important thing. A candidate getting exemption in any paper will need to pass the remaining papers within next 3 attempts. जो normal है, correct है? The exemption can be availed further subject to passing marks of 50% in each paper. मतलब क्या होने वाला है? As we are aware, if we get an exemption in any one paper, that exemption is valid for next 3 attempts. Correct है? Meaning अगर मेरे को किसी paper में 60 या 65 आ जाता है or anything above 60, the remaining papers may I just need to get 40. Correct? Which is currently also proposed. Which will be valid for the next 3 attempts. Correct है? Now what institute is saying, what happens after 3 attempts? If you're not able to clear, your exemption lapses. Now, you have an option to continue with that exemption paper. I've got one exemption. I would want after 3 attempts also to continue with that exemption paper. But in the remaining papers, you will have to score at least 50% in each paper. When after 3 attempts, when the exemption was going to be lapsed. So you have an option. अगर आपको lapse करना है after 3 attempts and you want to give full, then the normal course, normal procedure. Okay, 14 each group or 14 each paper, 50% overall. But if the exempted paper beyond 3 attempts, you want to take that also an exemption, which otherwise would have lapsed, you can take that, provided in the remaining paper, you will have to score minimum 50 marks in each paper, unlike otherwise. Correct? And what then? You pass both the groups of final CA examination and apply for your membership. 2 साल आर्टिकलशिप करा, फाइनल का दोनों ग्रुप पास हो गया, राइट? फाइनल में कितने पेपर्स है? 6 पेपर्स once again. 3 papers and 3 papers in both the groups. I mean, one group and one other group. You apply for membership. Now, anybody who wants to get into practice but not job, he has to apply for a COP and undergo 1 year of work experience under a fellow chartered accountant. Now, who is a fellow chartered accountant? A fellow chartered accountant is somebody who's got 5 years of CA membership experience. Right? We apply FCA. There is something known as ACA, that is Associate Chartered Accountant, and FCA, which is a fellow chartered accountant. Correct? The moment you become a CA member, you become an ACA, which is an Associate Chartered Accountant. Correct? When do you become an FCA? After 5 years of being an ACA, you can apply to the institute to become an FCA, that is in practice. So you will have to do articleship under FCA. So majority of the experienced senior chartered accountants are all FCAs. Correct? Now let's look at each point in detail ahead. This was your summary slide. Now let's look at what has happened to the training period. The current scheme and proposed scheme. हमारे पास क्या था? करंट स्कीम में 365 days into 3 था. 365 days 1095. Leaves were permitted 1/7, right? 1/6 of, it was 1/6 of what you attended, so 1/7 of overall 156 days. There were number of Sundays, 52 Sundays in a year into 3, 156. Holidays 45. Paid leaves for advanced ITT and MCS 30. So your effective days of training was 708. Do you all agree to this? Write me yes in the chat box. Do you all agree to this current scheme जो currently है 708? Right? Yes or no? Yes. Do you all agree to this? ऐसा हो रहा था? Come on, come on. Yes. Lovely, lovely. Now what is proposed? देखो 365 into 2, 730. CA member बनने के लिए, बाद में प्रैक्टिस करना है, जॉब करना है, that is an aftermath. member बनने के लिए क्या करने का? 730 days का आर्टिकलशिप करने का. उसमें लीव्स परमिटेड 24 days. संडेज वगैरह मिलेगा 52 into 2 years 104. संडेज गजेटेड हॉलीडेज भी मिलेगा 15 into 2 30. पेड लीव्स फॉर एडवांस आईटीटी एमसीएस कुछ नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि तभी नहीं करने की जरूरत है. करेक्ट है? यू कैन डू इट आफ्टर 2 years of your internship. So your effective days of training will become 572. मतलब आर्टिकलशिप कितने दिन से कम हो गई है? देखो 136 days. पहले 708 इफेक्टिव था, अब 572 होगा. The articleship period is reduced by 136 effective days. Now just imagine effective 136 days मतलब कितना महीना हो गया? Even if you count like 20 to 25 days in a month, right? So effective is going to be more than 5 months and almost 6 months. Correct? That is going to be the major change that is there, right? So your effective articleship has been reduced by 136 days. Are you all with me? Yes, no, no, yes. Are you all with me? Just write down yes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great, great. Okay, moving to the other slide. These are all just pointers, so I'm not going to, this is something that I'm already talking, so that we don't, take time in this. The whole per se of reducing this 136 days is because a lot of leaves and everything used to be there. Focus. 2 साल full focus in terms of articleship is what the institute wants. Correct? Continuous training. Now, let's move to the next slide. Roadmap to become CA. समरी क्या है? रजिस्ट्रेशन फाउंडेशन करंट स्कीम में भी स्टार्ट किया, 10+2 के बाद प्रपोज में भी स्टार्ट किया. फाउंडेशन एग्जाम अभी भी 4 महीने के रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद दे सकते हैं. इन प्रपोज्ड ऑल्सो आफ्टर 4 months. Study for intermediate 8 months, proposed is also 8 months. Articleship 36 months, that was 3 years. Here is going to be 24 months, that is 2 years. Now, one of the most important was, in the current scheme, it was that you are eligible to apply for, give exam after 2.5 years of articleship. And before 2.5 years of articleship, you have to finish your MCS and everything. So there had to be study leave from the CA principal, and there's to be a lot of rifts because of due dates. Articles are less in the office, and there's no time. We are not able to study. The boss is not able to finish the work and everything. So, and we had to have a study time. Now, nothing. 24 months के बाद we are going to get 6 months of a study for final examination anyways. 2 years हो गया, उसके बाद minimum 6 months के बाद ही you can give the exam. Total period to become your ICI member was 48 months. Here it is going to be 42 months. Now, something additional, work experience for applying COP. अगर हमको practice करना है, तो हमको 12 महीना बढ़ जाएगा. Why? Because as we see a lot of scam cases, a lot of cases here and there, where so institute wants let's have a thorough practitioners where you are dedicatedly only when you have intended to practice after qualifying, you are actually working. And that is going to be like a work experience, not just internship. Correct? The 1 year with a fellow chartered accountant, meaning when you're working with a fellow chartered accountant, you're working in a big firm, a big company, and you're doing work experience of a thing that you're applying every knowledge that you've had. Correct? Are you with me? Yes? Now, let's look at in detail subject papers very specifically. What's happening? Existing, proposed, foundation 4 paper hai, abhi bhi foundation 4 paper honge. Intermediate 4 papers and 4 papers. What is proposed? Intermediate there will be 3 papers and 3 papers in each group. Final 4 papers, final again 3 papers, 3 papers. So meaning कि जो 2 paper inter और 2 paper final के चले गए, no. There is a you in the market that और ये paper निकाल दिया. There is going to be an introduction of self-paced online modules. So these 4 papers which are not going to be given examination, which are going to be under self-paced online module that you can do in the 2 years during your articleship. So हमको खुद पढ़ना है self-paced, and there will be exams in between also, which are going to be an MCQ based after you finish some chapters accordingly. Keep on doing. Now, this is in line with the international curriculum where students study on a self-paced basis. When we look at international curriculum, students study by themselves on a self-paced, which is in line with this. Right? Now, let's read this something more important. Current क्या है? Foundation में we've got accounts, we've got business law, we've got we've got accounts, we've got laws and business correspondence and reporting, we've got mathematics and logical reasoning, and we've got eco and commercial knowledge. Correct? Look at what is proposed. This will be only accounting, and there will be some chapters possibly of inter accounts also coming to your. Right? Then paper 2, where it was business law and business correspondence and reporting. How much marks is business law? And currently it is 60-40. Yes. Is it 60-40 of law and correspondence reporting? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, yes, yes. Yes or no? Can we have a yes or no in the foundation? The current scheme, paper number 2. Correct? What is proposed? Okay, abhi no, nothing of business correspondence and reporting, because business correspondence will be put in other self online module and everything. Here it is going to be pure law, 100 marks. Mathematics will remain as mathematics, and the last paper, paper number 4, it was business, eco and commercial knowledge. Once again, the commercial knowledge part will be removed, which will be a part of otherwise. Here it is going to be only economics. इसलिए यहाँ पे कौन सा economics आ जाएगा? Do you know inter में there is economics? Yes, no, no, yes, right? So that economics also will become a part of this economics. So foundation will become core. There is once again a lot saying that foundation papers are easy और आगे चल के difficult हो जाता है. Now the foundation enter will become so strict. Meaning the moment somebody is entered in the course, he will definitely come outside the course. So our base is going to become stronger and stricter at the outset, at the foundation level. Right? Are you with me? Do you have any doubts at this level? Do you have any doubt at this level for foundation level papers? right? We're going to take all your doubts as well. Now, what's going to happen at inter? Inter, if you know, there are two accounts paper, that's paper 1 and paper 4, correct? Paper number 1 and paper number 5 was the accounts paper. Once again, in the proposed scheme, both the accounts will get combined, that is accounts and advanced accounting, there will be one accounts. We have paper number 2 as corporate and other laws. Now paper 2 will become only corporate law, only company law, and all the other laws kahan chala jayega? Bolo, tell me, all the other laws kahan chala jayega? मैंने अब भी बताया था कहां चला जाएगा all the other laws. Institute will not remove out the portion. Come on, where will the other laws go? It will go to the foundation. It will go to the foundation. Correct hai? It will go to the foundation. Correct hai? Then costing will remain full costing, cost management accounting. Quite possible some of the concepts of CA final costing will come here. Taxation will become full. Auditing will become auditing and code of ethics. Very essential. And there will be no EIS and EIS, and there will not be economics, because economics went to foundation, and this EIS will be merged in your CA final papers in terms of IT, which is the core. I told you in the start, IT and ethics will be integrated everywhere. So here it will be financial management 50 marks and strategic management 50 marks, right? So nothing has been removed. Correct है? यहाँ से क्या गया देखो किधर गया, other laws थोड़ा part गया foundation में. Correct है? So nothing is gone. यहाँ का advance account थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाएगा foundation में, it will be included here. EIS will become final में, all subjects का little part in terms of technology. Your economics from your went to the foundation. Correct? Are you with me? Right? Let's come to the most important CA final level. Okay. Before CA final, there is something known as self-paced online module. I think somebody just asked a question which will be relevant to that slide I'll talk. Would that online paced module 4 subjects would be compulsory to give? But naturally, in my first slide, if you remember, final exam को कब appear कर सकते हैं? Provided you finish 2 years of articleship, both the groups of inter, you finished your MCS and advanced ITT, and you finished your 4 papers of your self online paced modules. Now, ये online module में क्या होने वाला है? देखो, there are going to be 4 papers. Paper number 1, that is set A, compulsory. This will be all economic laws for FEMA, bankruptcy, money laundering, Benami, real estate. All of these is going to be, all your economic laws is going to be one paper. Paper number 2, your strategic cost management and performance evaluation, which is coming from what? It's again a mix of case-based paper, which is coming from your CA final, paper number 5. Correct? Now, most important is set C and set D, paper 3 and paper 4. There is going to be elective. Set C, any one to be selected, risk management, sustainability reporting, public finance, introduction of digital ecosystem, forensic audit. हमको जिसमें इंटरेस्ट है, समझ में कैसे आएगा किसमें इंटरेस्ट है? 2 साल का आर्टिकलशिप के टाइम पे you after 1 year you start understanding, so you can select accordingly, right? One of the most important is set D, paper 4. Any one to be selected, incorporating the multidisciplinary approach. For the first time ever in Chartered Accountancy course, we are going to study Constitution of India. We are going to study psychology, including self-awareness. We are going to study a paper known as entrepreneurship. We are going to fully study a paper. It's going to be any one paper. We are going to study communication. We are going to study philosophy. Any one paper depending हमको क्या पढ़ना है, because it's going to be self-paced. Self-paced मतलब हमको क्या पढ़ने में मजा आता है, right? That is going to be something which is very important. Correct? I mean, I would have loved to give this set C and set D. I am ready to give set D even today. I have studied Constitution of India in my law when I've done my LLB. I have studied my psychology in my TY because I took that alternate paper. So I would love, just imagine self-paced, no compulsion. तुमको क्या पसंद है? Somebody says मुझे शायद बाद में politics and something I want to understand about how India works. You pick up Constitution of India. There is somebody who's more interested in philosophy. Pick up. हम बहुत philosophy, we write down a lot of gyan on social media. Study in detail. Somebody communication. Somebody like me, I would love to study a paper on communication. Imagine a self-paced compulsory paper. All set A, B, C, D. All 4 papers need to be done. Self-paced by your own within these 2 years during your internship, and only after that you are eligible to apply, appear for your CA final exam. Correct? Look at it is given. Students can learn and qualify at their own pace after qualifying intermediate exam and before writing final exam. So 2.5 साल के बीच में ये 4 पेपर करना है. So I would of course suggest कि during the 2 years of internship कर लेने का, तो उसके बाद 6 महीना हमको final के papers का पढ़ाई करने का. Correct है? Also, if somebody wants to give one group only in CA final or CA intern, it's going to be comparatively better because there are going to be 3 papers and not 3 papers and not 4 papers in a group. Correct है? So it's going to be better. Now, let's move ahead. So this proposed, what is going to be proposed now in CA final? Your paper 1 financial reporting remains financial reporting. Strategic financial management will become advanced FM. So paper 2. Paper 3 auditing and professional ethics remains same. Paper 4 corporate and economic laws. This corporate word went to your CA intercompany law full, and your economic laws went to your self-paced module. Paper 5 entire went to the self-paced module, right? And thoda part of costing may go to intermediate. Paper 7 will become your paper 4, that is DT and international taxation. Paper 8 will become your paper 5 IDT. And there's going to be a paper 6. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Paper number 6 kahan gaya? Paper number 6 abhi batata hu. But read this. Ethics and IT to be integrated with the curriculum of all subjects at final level. तो सब में थोड़ा थोड़ा part of ethics and IT. Meaning हमारे answers का जो approach होगा, few questions, उसका पूरा approach बदल जाएगा कि IT सिनेरियो में, टेक्नोलॉजी सिनेरियो में कैसे आंसर करेंगे, एथिकल सिनेरियो में कैसे आंसर देगा. वेरी ब्यूटीफुली क्राफ्टेड. पेपर 6 जो करंटली है इलेक्टिव, वी कैन टेक एनी वन. ऑल दीज इलेक्टिव वांट टू सेल्फ पेस, बट द प्रपोज्ड पेपर 6 इज गोइंग टू बी इंटीग्रेटेड बिजनेस सॉल्यूशन, मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी केस स्टडी विद स्ट्रैटेजिक मैनेजमेंट. मतलब क्या? वन पेपर जहां पे सब नॉलेज अप्लाई करोगे साथ में. टैक्स का नॉलेज, ऑडिट का नॉलेज, अकाउंट्स का नॉलेज, शायद एफएम का नॉलेज. देयर माइट बी सम कपल ऑफ केसेस व्हिच इज गिवन इन एन एग्जाम इन दिस पेपर 6. सबका नॉलेज अप्लाई करोगे एक साथ. एंड लुक एट दिस, multidisciplinary case studies being made compulsory and the same would be integrated with strategic management. This paper is necessary to assess students' ability to integrate the concepts and provision across different subject areas, analyze them and apply in addressing. People say that chartered accountant में हमको बहुत रटना है, सिर्फ रीड करना है, एग्जाम में जाके लोन बाय करना है, लिखना है. Apply your knowledge. Paper number 6 at CA final level will be real application of your entire knowledge at that paper. Right? Are you with me? Extremely beautifully crafted. Let's look at the admission and examination. We've already seen this, so we'll not repeat. Better we'll take some, just important points which I will say is the 4-month study period, the last point, has been specified and cut-off date, that is 1st January, 1st July has been removed. Correct? Meaning this will also enable holding of foundation exam more than 2 times a year. It is proposed कि foundation, intern and final May and November में होता है. बराबर है? It is proposed कि would want to take more than 2 times a year, that is something like a 3 time in a year, for which the 1st January, 1st July date का cut-off has been removed. तुम्हारे रजिस्ट्रेशन के हिसाब से 4 महीना के बाद जो अटेम्प्ट अवेलेबल यू आर अलाउड टू गिव. उससे क्या हो जाएगा? द डिस्पैरिटी दैट कि तुम मई वाला है, मैं नवंबर वाला है, द कंपैरिजन दैट वी कीप डूइंग अमॉन्गस्ट आवरसेल्फ टू फील इंफीरियर टू ईच अदर विल गो अवे, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग विल बिकम वन कॉमन. राइट नाउ दिस ऑल इज सेम अगेन फॉर डायरेक्ट एंट्री स्कीम. एज ऑफ नाउ इट इज रिटन, ये करंट डायरेक्ट एंट्री स्कीम में क्या होता है? यू स्टार्ट योर आर्टिकलशिप एंड देन गिव इंटर एग्जाम्स. करंटली इट इज प्रपोज दैट से फाउंडेशन एग्जाम्प्ट हो जाएगा. जैसे तुम ग्रेजुएट हो जाते हो, यू अप्लाई एंड 8 months ऑफ स्टडी पीरियड लगेगा, वेदर यू आर अ फाउंडेशन रूट और डायरेक्ट एंट्री रूट, एंड देन यू गिव योर इंटर एग्जाम, क्वालिफाई बोथ द ग्रुप्स एंड देन स्टार्ट योर आर्टिकलशिप. So meaning whether you are after 12 starting foundation route, you are after graduation direct entry route, only after clearing both the groups of your inter exam, correct hai, you can start your articleship. Right hai? Very simple. CA final, this we have already done. Okay, let's look at this. Number of papers proposed existing, foundation, inter, final. We've already, this will remain same. Medium, language, English or Hindi will remain same. Number of examination, existing 2 exams, May, November. Look at this. 2 current है, to be increased to 3 after systems are in place. The moment एक बार ये चालू हो जाएगा curriculum, उसके शायद 6 months 1 year के बाद एक बार systems in place आ जाएगा, possibly at all levels starting from foundation then inter then final, the examination will be thrice in a year. Thrice in a year से क्या होगा? Let's say thrice in a year मतलब after every 4 months there will be an exam. Now तुम बोलोगे सर रिजल्ट ही 2 महीने बाद आता है, नहीं. The number of days to declare results have reduced. Why? Because of the online way of correcting papers by the CA Institute. Because every papers get scanned. So possibly बाद में शायद 40 days में result आ जावे. Meaning almost 1.5 month में. Meaning after that also you still have like 2.5 months minimum to study for the in case if you don't clear. और कितने papers देने, कभी भी एक group नहीं होता तो 3. एक आधा exemption मिल गया तो then you have only 2 papers to study. So meaning the rate at which you will become CA will be faster the moment there are 3 attempts. Correct है? और 8 पेपर के बदले 6 पेपर हो गए because 2 पेपर इंटर और फाइनल, थोड़ा फाउंडेशन और इंटर में पेपर्स चला गया and the others became in the self-paced modules. Important slide. Existing क्या है? फाउंडेशन में partly subjective है, partly objective है with negative 25%. Proposed is also partly subjective, partly objective होगा. Correct है? That's going to be there. शायद आगे चल के after systems are in place they make foundation if online पूरा तो पूरा objective based हो जाएगा. That is not yet given everything. That may be possibility. Look at inter and final. Currently क्या हो रहा है? We have 30% MCQ and 70% descriptive in some papers, selective papers in theory. That is paper law, direct tax, audit, right? And no negative marking. Look at what is proposed. 30% case scenario or study based MCQ and 70% descriptive in all the papers. मतलब accounts, FM, costing, tax सब में intermediate and final level में it is going to be 30 marks MCQ, 70 marks I mean you know practical, but there will be negative marking of 25%. मतलब हमको accounting standard सिर्फ डाइट के सम नहीं सॉल्व करना, समझना भी है अभी. Very essential. Real application. We always talk about हमारा course curriculum application based होना चाहिए. Application based. A lot of foreign curriculum talks about you know their courses are application based. Ours is not application based. अब दिमाग लगाएंगे. पहले भी लगाते थे, but अभी ज्यादा लगाएंगे. And at final, once again 30 and 17 all papers with 25% negative marking. Open book or restricted open book pattern of assessment is gonna be there. Meaning शायद bare acts for this MCQ we can or anything that we can get that is yet proposed, nothing on that full finality is nothing being given. Negative marking is resort to ताकि तुम guesswork और you know इधर उधर copy ना करो, just on that. Now pass percentage remains same, 40% in individual paper, 50% in each group except foundation. Look everyone, to make starting में a lot of people used to complain कि अरे यार we are getting into foundation में तुम एकदम strict बनाओ, मतलब 40% each paper नहीं, it is going to be 50% in each paper and 50% aggregate also. मतलब aggregate तो 50 होना ही है, वो तो automatically है. 50% in each paper is what is proposed. Also for the self-paced online module there is going to be exams in between in the self-paced only, जिसमें passing in each module will be 50%. The CA final inter passing percentage remains same, 40% in individual and 50% in group. Are we clear with this exemption style which I have said in detail? If a student scores 60% in one or more paper, exemption of intermediate 3 attempts is allowed. जो पहले भी था अभी भी है, correct है? लेकिन उसके बाद read, exempted paper will be treated as permanently passed after 3 attempts. If you a student will have to score 50% to pass in the remaining papers individually. Correct? Let's say इंटर में या let's say फाइनल में पेपर 1 2 3 है, पेपर 1 में मेरे को 60 मार्क्स मिल चुका है, एग्जाम हो गया. करेक्ट है? सो आइडियली नेक्स्ट 3 अटेम्प्ट्स तक मुझे टोटल कितना लाना है? 150 माइनस 60 दैट इज 110. सो 45 मिला तो भी मैं पास हो जाएगा. करेक्ट है? राइट है? 3 अटेम्प्ट तक ये हो गया तो नो प्रॉब्लम. उसके बाद इफ यू वांट टू कंटिन्यू विद दैट एग्जामिनेशन तो that your 60% जो exemption है वो तो रहेगा, but the remaining 2 papers you'll have to score at least 50 and 50. However, a student may opt to surrender the exemption after 3 attempts and get to the normal route only, जो otherwise lapse हो जाता है. Okay, do we have any thing on the exemption? I thought the exemption wala is very clear. Other aspects, this we've already covered in the start. Article industrial training, फिलहाल है last 9 to 18 months. In the current scheme, it is going to be first year CA form में काम करेंगे. Last 9 to 12 months is going to be industrial training. Correct है? Stipend, read. Existing slab has been indicated in table, which is there. There has been 100% increase in the stipend presently paid to the articled assistants in the new course. There will be 100% increase, मतलब double. Correct hai? However, a lot of firms are paying, great stipend as well. But my suggestion, unless our family time is such that we have to bring a lot of money, never look at stipend during your 2 years of internship. You do not decide as per stipend, and that is why it is known as stipend and known as industry training, right? It's not a salary. हम सीखने जा रहे हैं, उल्टा आइडियली हम राइट सीखने जा रहे हैं, तो क्या हो रहा है? That stipend is just a remuneration or it's like क्लास में अगर आप कोई अच्छा एक्टिविटी, अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन करते हैं तो टीचर चॉकलेट देगा. It is just to motivate. So never look at stipend and decide a form. But however, the minimum stipend has been increased at 100% from the presently paid. This is, I think, we've already discussed ICTS and AICTS. That is nothing but your orientation ITT before articleship and your GMCS, MCS and advanced ITT after your articleship or before giving your CA final. This is something important. A candidate who has opted for ATC, accounting technician level, right, shall declare have to be passed if he passes either of the groups. करेक्ट है? वो जैसे ही तुम इंटर वगैरह हो जाता है तो यू कैन डू इट. करेक्ट है? तुम्हारा नहीं हो रहा है, बीच में से यू ऑप्ट आउट एंड यू यूज टू अप्लाई फॉर दी ATC, अकाउंटिंग टेक्नीशियन कोर्स सर्टिफिकेट. प्रपोज्ड क्या है? A candidate would be awarded the certificate of business accounting associate on fulfillment of well if he has passed both the groups of intermediate level, completed his practical training, completed soft skill and information technology, that is something on MCS and advanced ITT, and qualified the 4 page self learning modules. मतलब 2 साल का आर्टिकलशिप कर लिया, सेल्फ मॉड्यूल्स भी हो चुका है, ICS MCS वगैरह कर लिया, अभी CA फाइनल दे रहे, क्लियर नहीं हुआ, भगवान ना करे ऐसा हो. You will not be qualified as semi qualified, but you will be known as business accounting associate. Business accounting associate will have it's a degree which will be given, a certification degree which is going to be given by the ICI to all of us. Correct? Very essential. COP, most important. Existing no specific requirement. यहाँ पे जैसी member CA final pass हो गया और उन्हें apply कर लिया, उसके बाद COP चाहिए तो undergo 1 year of post qualification experience in a CA firm. मतलब क्या? CA final pass होने के बाद ही 1 साल शुरू कर सकता है. करेक्ट है? CA फाइनल पास होने के बाद ही कर सकता है. नाउ इन केस ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग मेंबर्स, दिस अप्लाइज टू ऑल द करंट चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स जो करंटली CAs है और इंडस्ट्री में जॉब कर रहे हैं. इन केस ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग मेंबर्स, द रिक्वायरमेंट वुड बी ट्रीटेड एज हैविंग कंप्लाइड विद if they are having 1 year of post qualification experience in a CA firm at any point in time in the last 5 years. Very essential. So current वालों को भी 1 year of post qualification अगर CA फॉर्म में काम करा हुआ है तो वो काउंट करेगा. 1 year of post qualification experience is mandated for those applying for COP. Also, members who are in industry and desire to shift to practice would also be required to have a 1 year experience in a CA firm before they apply for a COP. Is what currently is being proposed. Currently आप 2-3 साल से जॉब कर रहे हो, let's say आप कोई मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी में काम कर रहे हो और अभी तुमको प्रैक्टिस में जाना है. करेक्ट है? यू आर ऑलरेडी अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट. लास्ट 3 years बैक यू बिकम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट 2019. 3 साल से कोई मल्टीनेशनल बैंक में काम कर रहे हो और अगर अभी प्रैक्टिस में जाना है, इवन फॉर देम they will have to work as a CA firm में post qualification this 1 year to get a COP. Right? Why? Because to get that pure knowledge that is required as a practicing chartered accountant in terms of, everything that a practicing CA does. Very specific. So make it strict, right? This is just a thing that we've already spoken to get to the international curriculum way. So the entire proposition is there. All of these is given on the ICI website. All of these, thanks to CA Dayanivas Sharma sir, who's the chairman of Board of Studies Academic, and CA Vishal Doshi bhai, who's the vice chairman of BOS, and Vandana Nagpal ma'am, BOS, under the guided leadership of the president Devashish Mitra sir, and the VP sir Aniket Talati sir. All this notification is there. We are going to get to the online feedback now. Most important, currently it is open for public comments by any CA student, CA member के आपको अगर कोई चीज नहीं पसंद आई तो आप फीडबैक दो 30th जून तक. ऑल योर फीडबैक्स विल बी कोलेटेड आफ्टर 30th जून. अगर बहुत लोगों ने लिखा ये चीज पसंद आई है, दैट विल बी टेकन अहेड. बहुत लोगों ने बोला नहीं ये चीज पसंद है, डिपेंडिंग ऑन हाउ मेनी नंबर ऑफ पीपल हु सेज दैट, इट विल गेट रीडिस्कस्ड एट द काउंसिल. It will re-go to the MCA for approval and everything, and then the new course will be coming. Online feedback buscred.ici, correct? Click करते हैं इस पे अपन. Look at beautifully crafted buscret.ici.org. You fill in your basic information, right? Now,
we can only see a PPT.
Okay. At every level, तुमको क्या पसंद आया, क्या नहीं पसंद आया, you can give. Foundation course, do you concur with overall proposed A papers? Which paper pattern assessment function would you prefer? Fully objective, fully descriptive, two descriptive, two objective. Currently it is two descriptive, two objective. बहुत लोग बोलते हैं, सब लोग बोलते हैं. Let's say 90% of people says fully objective. शायद it may become full objective. Correct है? In terms of eligibility criteria, suggest number of examination a year at this level. Anytime, 3 times, 2 times. So beautifully crafted, intermediate का practical training, self-paced, soft skill, final course, exit route, eligibility. अच्छा, just one thing it is not mentioned here. Do you concur with the proposed paper included at final level? Choose rating between 1 to 5. 1 is the least rating, 5 is the best rating. So make sure accordingly you give. Eligibility for COP and international curriculum. Everything करके end में you can submit the button, right? Extremely essential. Please, it's a request on behalf of ICI. Fill the feedback form. आपको क्या पसंद आया, आपको क्या नहीं पसंद आया, and accordingly, right? That's from ICI. Please follow ICI on social media across for all the news that they keep on saying, and we are updated. Sir, screen is not visible. Okay, give me. I'm so sorry. I'll just give me 1 second. Okay, is the feedback form visible now? Yes. Okay, so sorry. So boscred.ici.org it is given. अगर सिर्फ boscred feedback लिखोगे तो भी आ जाएगा. बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन डाल दीजिए अपना, करेक्ट है. उसके बाद हर चीज पे बोला हुआ है. फाउंडेशन में आपको क्या पसंद आया, तुम बोलोगे विच पेपर पैटर्न, तुम बोलोगे नहीं, सब लोग बोलते हैं कि टू डिस्क्रिप्टिव टू ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं चाहिए, फुल डिस्क्रिप्टिव बनाओ, फुल ऑब्जेक्टिव बनाओ. इंस्टेड में थिंक ऑफ व्हाट डू यू वांट एनी टाइम ड्यूरिंग द ईयर एग्जामिनेशन, 2 times, 3 times. लेट्स सी लॉट ऑफ पीपल का सजेशंस. एवरी लेवल, इंटरमीडिएट क्या पसंद आया, प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग, सेल्फ पेस मॉड्यूल, सॉफ्ट स्किल, फाइनल, एग्जिट रूट, एलिजिबिलिटी फॉर COP, इंटरनेशनल करिकुलम, राइट? Everything में what you have liked, what you have not liked, you have to give your suggestion and submit the button, right? Please give your suggestions at boscred.ici.org. Now let's take up. We're going to take a lot of questions. Keep on sending a lot. The major question before I hand it over to Richie, and then we're going to take a lot of questions because Richie has got something to say, and something very important for all of you is, people are asking, sir, new course कब से expected? Is it May 2023? No. Don't follow rumors. कोई ट्विटर पे, जब तक ICI ट्विटर पे नहीं डालता, जब तक ICI अपनी वेबसाइट के ऑफिशियल हैंडल पे कुछ नहीं डालता, do not trust. Don't trust to any otherwise somebody puts up you know, कि भाई this is their official handle, right? Once again, is it possible from May 2023? Idealistically, no. Nothing being given, but my understanding, because after public comments 30 June के बाद it will get re-spoken, rediscussed, it will go to MCA, approval जाएगा, institute have to make all the mechanics once again. So I look at शायद November 23 या May 24 होगा, ऐसा मुझे लगता है gut feeling, but there is nothing that institute has said. So institute ने नहीं बोला तब तक तुम जो current हो वो करो. Again, अगर कभी भी ऐसा कुछ होता है, न्यू कोर्स आता है, earlier we've seen we've had old course and new course. In the current webinar that the president, vice president had said, they do not want to run old course, new course for a long time. But there will always be transition, which will be never be not beneficial to students. Transition कभी भी देंगे तो हमारे हित के हिसाब से institute देंगे, because students are the one which makes up the institute, right? So students are the one which makes up the institute. So extremely essential. Switching from existing to new procedures, of course you can, but we'll have to wait, no? अगर 2024 में आएगा, so तभी क्या होगा? It is not been given. Institute, once the new curriculum is proposed, everything it will come in place. It is at a draft stage, at public, you know, public comment stage. So we'll have to wait. ऐसा नहीं हो जाएगा कि भाई November 22 में नया कोर्स चालू हो गया, हमको पता नहीं. It can never happen. Don't believe unnecessary rumors which are being spread across on social media. A student is asking question after the yes, absolutely. I'm going to answer all of your questions, but before that, right? I am very glad, thanks to BCS for this entire session, and we're going to take all Q&A. But before that, Richie Monani from the BCS team has got extremely important announcement for especially all of you. So over to you, Richie, and then I'll get back to all the Q&A. Yes, Richie.
Thank you, sir, for this enlightening session. Hi everyone, myself Hrudyesh Pankhania, one of the student coordinators of the most awaited flagship event, the 14th Jal Era Dastur CS Students Annual Day BCS Tarang 2022, organized by the HRD Committee of Bombay Chartered Accountants Society. So we have various events, naming a few: debate competition, photography and reels competition, talent show, which includes singing, dancing and other performing arts, and many more. Talking about my personal experience, I have been a part of Tarang since 2019, and Tarang has always been a great platform to showcase our talent and to compensate all the fun that we miss out are in a college life. I would like to share with you all a glimpse for Tarang 2022. So the eliminations are on 18th and 19th of June at the BCS office, and finals are on 25th of June at KC College. I hope to see you all, and the registrations link will be shared in the chat box, and you can also follow us on Instagram for further updates. Thank you so much, everyone. Over to you, Hrudyesh.
Thank you so much, Richie. Okay, thank you very much, Richie. I think I'm very excited for the Tarang event, guys. Make sure if you're a CA student and you've yet not registered for BCS Tarang for this year, which is happening, I think, physical event after like almost 2 years, right, Richie?
Yes, sir.
Correct, because of the COVID. I think so amazing competitions, right from if you're a speaking expert, आके बात करके दिखाओ, तुमको नाच गाना आता है अच्छे से, वो कर लो. तुम्हारे में इफ यूर एन इंट्रोवर्ट एंड यू आर लाइक अरे नहीं नहीं मैं बोल नहीं सकता, स्टेज पे नहीं जा सकता, अरे लिख के दे दो चीजें, राइट, फोटोग्राफी कर लो, एमओसी कर लो, कंटेंट कर लो, so many रील बना लो, so many amazing competitions. It's up to the entire team which is being working for the BCS Tarang team, right from the top to the our students team. Superb. I am very excited and I'm going to be there at the Tarang event on 18-19 at the elimination and the finale on 25th at the KC auditorium as well. I hope I meet you there as well, face to face. But you just have to don't come to watch your other fellow members, but participate in at least one event. Participate in at least one event out of so many. I think there are 5, 6, 7 or 8 events being there.
9 events.
9 events. Look at that. 9 events. ये तो ऐसे 9 रस हो गया, right? We talk about 9 रस. ये तो 9 events सब, right? So participate in at least one event out of 9. Be a part, and let's see you winning, your friends winning as well. Thank you so much, Richie. Looking at the questions, yes, Girish. As per me, what is better? I love the proposed scheme, to be very frank. मतलब मैं तो 10 साल पहले का, तो करंट स्कीम के भी पहले के करंट स्कीम के पहले मैं पास हुआ वो, बट द प्रपोज स्कीम आई थिंक इज ब्यूटीफुली क्राफ्टेड टू बी विद इंटरनेशनल करिकुलम. मतलब मजा आ जाएगा. मतलब सोचो मेरे को सीए में साइकोलॉजी पढ़ने मिल रहा है, वाओ, फिलोसफी पढ़ने मिल रहा है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया मिल रहा है, अमेजिंग. करेक्ट है. सो समथिंग वेरी एसेंशियल. इफ एनी क्वेश्चन जो पहले भेजा था और मिस हो गया, you can fill send it now also, no problem. If any student completed his 2 years of articleship, I'm going to read and answer the questions. If any student who has completed his 2 years of articleship as per current scheme and new proposed scheme, then will that be applicable? Of course, but naturally देगा ना. अगर आपको जो currently चल रहा है वो न्यू कोर्स एंड अर्लियर ओल्ड कोर्स याद है, तो इंस्टीट्यूट गिव एग्जाम्पशन कि भाई शिफ्ट हो रहे हो तो इसमें पेपर क्लियर हुआ तो इसमें ये एग्जाम हो जाएगा, इसमें पेपर क्लियर हुआ इसमें एग्जाम हो जाएगा. डू यू रिमेंबर दैट? यस. जब 16, 17, 18 में जब ये आया था, जो करंट न्यू कोर्स है और पुराना उसके पहले का जो ओल्ड कोर्स जो लास्ट एग्जाम के पहले खत्म हो गया, इट वाज देयर. बट नेचुरली देंगे. इतना लाइफ में टेंशन मत लो. तुम लोग बहुत टेंशन लेते हो, अरे हमारा क्या होगा, अरे कुछ नहीं होगा, डोंट वरी. इतने सारे लोग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स बने, इंस्टीट्यूट ने टेक केयर किया, यू विल ऑल्सो बी टेकन केयर, डोंट वरी, राइट. मतलब लेकिन कोई पेपर पढ़ा ही नहीं है उसको इंस्टीट्यूट पास नहीं देगा. करेक्ट है. इफ यू पास, लेट्स से एन एग्जांपल, सीए फाइनल में आपने एफआर अभी जो करंट स्कीम में पास कर लिया है, एंड इफ यू शिफ्ट टू न्यू कोर्स, बट नेचुरली इंस्टीट्यूट वापस नहीं बोलेगा ना कि तू एफआर दे. But naturally, if you're shifting, it will count it an exam. That is, but naturally, it is not written, but that is basic.
Sir, there is another question
Sure.
from Rajesh. Sir, giving CA final current new course from 4 attempts, just cleared one group in last attempt. What will happen to me in proposed scheme?
Proposally भाई CA फाइनल का ऑलरेडी एक ग्रुप क्लियर हो चुका है, तो CA फाइनल का एक ही ग्रुप क्लियर करने का है, बराबर है. सो प्रपोज में तो ये वाला स्कीम तो नवंबर 23, मई 24 के बाद आएगा ना. तुम्हारे पास तो अभी भी, इफ आई एम अज्यूमिंग दैट यू मस्ट हैव गिवन दिस मे एग्जाम. If भगवान अगर if you don't clear, I will hope that you clear in this May exam. You still have November 22, May 23. कितना बार एग्जाम देखो देने का है, right? Dear, you don't have to worry about new course. You are in the current scheme only. Current scheme में तुम पास बन के CA बन जाओ. Is what my wish is going to be, right?
So there is another from Sahil. New course कब से expected है sir? Is it May 2020?
I already answered. It is not given. नो इंस्टीट्यूट ने दिया हुआ है, तो वी कैन नॉट थिंक. बट मुझे लगता है कभी भी जनरली, इफ आई लुक एट पास्ट रिकॉर्ड्स, इंस्टीट्यूट जो भी प्रपोज करते हैं उसके बाद एटलीस्ट 1-1.5 साल तो उनको प्रिपरेशन में लगेगा ना. सो नवंबर 23, मई 24 के पहले अपन नहीं सोचने का.
So, sir, Sundar further continues that he have cleared CA inter in December 21 and registered for articleship. I am eligible for CA final November 2024. So, will this new scheme apply to him?
Currently, no. Currently, no. However, in case अगर November 24 के पहले चीजें आ जाती है, you will be given an option to convert, no? You'll be given an option to convert, right है? So इंटर का जो पेपर तू पास हो गया है वो तो तुझे वापस नहीं देना है. You will be given an option अगर उसके पहले आ जाता है. Let's say an example next year आ जाता है, correct? You started your articleship now, correct है? तो करंट आर्टिकलशिप के हिसाब से तेरे को 3 साल का आर्टिकलशिप करना है, 2.5 साल बाद you have to give your exam, that is November 24, correct है अनुश्री? That was the question, correct है? Let's say ये स्कीम आ जाता है अगले साल, बराबर है? We don't know कब आता है. You will इंस्टीट्यूट ऑप्शन देगा ना कि भाई तुमको नए स्कीम में, तो तुम्हारी जो जितना आर्टिकलशिप कर लिया है वो जाएगा थोड़ी, बट नेचुरली ऐसा थोड़ी करेगा इंस्टीट्यूट, करेक्ट है? तुम बोलोगे सर मेरा 1 साल का आर्टिकलशिप हो चुका है, तो दैट विल बी काउंटेड इन न्यू कोर्स एंड रिमेनिंग 1 ईयर करो, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली बाद में 6 महीने के बाद यू विल बी अप्लाइड फॉर अ सीए फाइनल एंड ऑनलाइन मॉड्यूल भी करना पड़ेगा, करेक्ट है? डोंट वरी. यस, संजय हैज रेज्ड हैंड. सीए संजय मेहता सर हैज रेज्ड हैंड. कैन वी अनम्यूट और सीए संजय सर? यस सर. Okay, no problem. Any questions? Yes, Anushri, go ahead.
Yeah, sir, Jigarsha has asked that, so no IT training and GMCS at the time of articleship, correct?
Okay, so ideally it is given orientation and ITT आर्टिकल शुरू होने के पहले करना है, करेक्ट है? जो करंटली भी रूल है. फिर 2 साल का रिगरस आर्टिकलशिप करो, करेक्ट है? उसके बाद यू कैन डू योर MCS एंड एडवांस ITT. जब हमको 6 महीना का स्टडी पीरियड होने वाला है, राइट? मतलब मिनिमम 6 मंथ आफ्टर योर CA फाइनल आर्टिकलशिप खत्म होने के बाद यू आर एलिजिबल टू गिव योर एग्जाम्स, करेक्ट है? उस पीरियड में करो. करंटली इट वाज अ रिक्वायरमेंट कि ड्यूरिंग आर्टिकलशिप करना है, बट एज ऑफ नाउ में ऐसा नहीं है. हाउएवर दे हैव नॉट सेड, इफ यू लुक एट द प्रेजेंटेशन, दे हैव नॉट सेड कि ड्यूरिंग 2 इयर्स नहीं कर सकते. सो अगर किसी फर्म ने उस ड्यूरिंग 2 इयर्स करवाया वो उसकी मर्जी है, बट आइडियली नहीं करना चाहिए बिकॉज वो लीव्स अलाउड ही नहीं है. सो द सीए फर्म विल स्टिक बाय रूल्स कि भाई वो अलाउड ही नहीं है तो अभी क्यों करना है, करेक्ट है? यस.
So there is another question from Anil Yadav. Hello sir, my name is Anil Yadav. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि सीए फाउंडेशन के लिए कब तक रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं?
सीए फाउंडेशन तो कभी भी रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं भाई. करंट स्कीम एंड न्यू स्कीम में सेम है. आफ्टर 10th यू कैन रजिस्टर एनी टाइम. ग्रेजुएशन के बाद भी तुमको फाउंडेशन रूट लेना है तो तुम फाउंडेशन दो. तुमको डायरेक्ट एंट्री रूट लेना है तो फाउंडेशन एग्जाम हो जाएगा, तुम डायरेक्टली इंटर में एप्लीकेबल हो जाओगे, करेक्ट है? करंट स्कीम में 1 जुलाई के पहले रजिस्टर करेगा तो नवंबर अटेम्प्ट मिलेगा. 1 जनवरी के पहले रजिस्टर करता है तो मई अटेम्प्ट मिलता है. दैट इज द करंट स्कीम, करेक्ट है? इन द न्यू स्कीम प्रपोज्ड है कि 4 महीना रजिस्ट्रेशन के बाद गैप होना चाहिए टू गिव द एलिजिबल एग्जाम, व्हिच इज लाइक द सेम. यस.
Girish Gakhar has asked, self-paced modules are in sequence or can any set be chosen first?
I think it could be any set should be chosen first because it is not given that it will be in the same order.
Okay.
Correct है? It is not given. Self paced मतलब क्या? अपने हिसाब से करेगा भाई, करेक्ट है? सो दिया नहीं है कि पहला ABCD करना है, तो आई थिंक होगा बट वी डोंट नो, सो विल नॉट एंटिसिपेट. क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार? सीए इंटर में 6 पेपर देने का, पेपर तो पढ़ना ही पड़ता है ना, उसी ऑर्डर में 1 2 3 4. It won't matter, right? Don't worry about which will not matter. Yes.
What will be the duration of self-paced modules?
There's no duration ना. सेल्फ पेस्ड अनुश्री फटाफट पढ़ेगी तो अनुश्री 1 महीने में सब पूरा खट 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 पढ़ लेगी. मैं स्लो है, मैं 3 महीना लगाएगा. सेल्फ पेस्ड मतलब क्या? खुद का पेस के हिसाब से. आर्टिकलशिप से आ गया घर पे, ठीक है, शाम को 7 बजे आया, मेरे पास अभी फ्री है, मेरे को पढ़ने का है, साइकोलॉजी पढ़ना है, तो साइकोलॉजी का मॉड्यूल में शुरू करके खुद से पढ़ेगा जीवन में, करेक्ट है? बट मेरे को आज कि नहीं मेरे को 7 बजे के बाद मेरे को फुटबॉल मैच है, तो जाके फुटबॉल मैच खेलेगा. सेल्फ पेस, देयर वोंट बी दिस थिंग. 2 साल में बिफोर सीए फाइनल एग्जाम देने के पहले तुमको कभी भी खत्म करने का.
So there is another question from Sonika. I'm currently in 2nd year of my articleship and my final attempt is in November 23. So will the new scheme will be applicable to students who currently in their 2nd year?
Once again, जब भी न्यू स्कीम आता है नए रजिस्ट्रेशन से आता है. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, स्टूडेंट्स कभी भी इधर नहीं किधर भी जीवन में न्यू स्कीम आता है तो नए रजिस्ट्रेशन से एप्लीकेबल होता है, लेकिन एग्जिस्टिंग वालों को ऑप्शन देते हैं कि तुमको जाना है क्या। करेक्ट है। तो तुम्हारा नवंबर 23 में है, तो लेट्स से एन एग्जांपल, हाइपोथेटिकली जनवरी 2023 को बोल दिया कि अभी ये नवंबर 23 ऑनवर्ड्स एप्लीकेबल हो सकता है, ठीक है। तो तुम्हारे पास ऑप्शन रहेगा ना कि तुमको कन्वर्ट करने का है कि नहीं कन्वर्ट करने का। सो इफ कन्वर्ट करने का है तो व्हाट आर गोइंग टू बी द थिंग्स दैट दे विल गिव। प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज वेयर विच स्टेज वी आर। हम बहुत आगे की सोच रहे हैं, आगे की इसलिए क्योंकि इतना सारा ह्यू एंड क्राई हो गया लिंक्डइन, सोशल मीडिया, ट्विटर पे, बिकॉज बहुत लोग अरे क्या हो गया क्या हो गया क्या हो गया। चिल, थोड़ा ब्रीथ करने का लाइफ में। करेक्ट है। करंटली इफ यू आर इन द करंट अटेम्प्ट, करंट वाला चीजें है, बट ये तो आने को टाइम है। अभी तक इंस्टीट्यूट ने ये प्रपोज किया, एमसीए से अप्रूवल लेके पब्लिक को कमेंट्स में डाला है, उसके बाद भी समय लगेगा। करेक्ट है। द न्यू स्कीम अगर नवंबर 23 के पहले लेट्स से, लेकिन मई 23 में आता है तो बट नेचुरली यू वुड नॉट वांट टू डू इट, नो, बिकॉज तुम्हारा नवंबर 23 के लिए काफी क्लासेस एंड पढ़ाई हो गया रहेगा। सो इट विल बी अ चॉइस, बट इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड तो यू कैन ऑफ कोर्स चेंज अकॉर्डिंगली। और 2 years अगर आर्टिकलशिप इंस्टीट्यूट कंसीडर अकॉर्डिंगली करेंगे ना, अगर आपने ऑलरेडी 2 साल का आर्टिकलशिप करा हुआ है ओल्ड कोर्स में, मतलब करंट स्कीम में। करेक्ट है। एंड प्रपोज्ड में यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट, तो 2 साल इंस्टीट्यूट कंसीडर करेंगे, बट नेचुरली क्यों नहीं करेंगे। आर यू गेटिंग माई होल पॉइंट। आपका बोलोगे सर मेरा 2.5 years का हो गया, तो 2 साल ही लेट्स प्रैक्टिकली अंडरस्टैंड। नवंबर 23 के पहले तुम 2.5 साल का आर्टिकलशिप खत्म करने का अपना मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट है। करेक्ट है। यू फिनिश योर 2.5 years इंटर्नशिप एंड यू वांट टू शिफ्ट टू द न्यू कोर्स। करेक्ट है, प्रपोज्ड वाला। सो दैट 2.5 years इन द करंट स्कीम तो 2 ही साल का आर्टिकलशिप है ना। सो योर 2.5 विल बी काउंटेड एज 2 years ऑफ आर्टिकलशिप डन। करेक्ट है। एंड न्यू कोर्स में यू विल हैव टू अप्लाई, लेकिन सेल्फ पेज मॉड्यूल्स तुमको खत्म करना पड़ेगा शायद। करेक्ट है। क्यों? बिकॉज दे विल सी ना कौन सा पेपर नया है कौन सा पेपर पुराने से। सेट बी वॉज कॉस्टिंग, जो सीए फाइनल में तो सेल्फ में जाएगा। करेक्ट है। सेट सी इलेक्टिव जो न्यू कोर्स है वो सेल्फ में जाएगा। सेट डी तो कहीं था ही नहीं, तो साइकोलॉजी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वो करना पड़ेगा खुद से बिफोर अपियरिंग फॉर द सीए फाइनल एग्जामिनेशन। सो दैट दे विल गिव, डोंट वरी।
So regarding self-paced modules, Girish has asked that self-paced modules means that after watching the module video, then to appear for objective exam.
एब्सोल्युटली एब्सोल्युटली। नहीं तो पढ़ के थोड़ा एमसीक्यू एग्जाम देगा तो ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे ना हम लोग। अब ये पीपीटी मैंने दिखाया, 30 पेज का पीपीटी दिखाया, उसके अंदर क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा तो याद रहेगा ना अपने को। सेल्फ पेज मॉड्यूल में बीच बीच में देयर विल बी एमसीक्यू एग्जाम, आई हैव गिवन डाउन इन द प्रेजेंटेशन आल्सो।
So for self-paced modules, the study material hard copy or soft copy, or in only self-learning pre-designed video to watch and answer the objective test provided?
Of course, self learning का मतलब क्या होता है? अच्छा, currently भी there are a lot of self learning things. If we have not gone through, go to ICI, the learning वाला app, right? Currently also there are a lot of self learning free courses available on the institute website. प्लीज गो एंड स्टडी दोस। जो फ्री वाले हैं वो तो करो, जो पैसे देके वो भी करने के। करेक्ट है। लॉट ऑफ तो प्री डिजाइन पूरा एक एलएमएस सिस्टम बन जाएगा ना, उसमें कौन सा चैप्टर वाइज है, यू अकॉर्डिंगली स्टडी, देयर बी सम वीडियोस, देयर बी सम प्रेजेंटेशंस, यू स्टडी, रीड, खुद से पढ़ने का है, सेल्फ लर्निंग।
Okay. So from Pranav, hello sir, sorry for joining late as I have registered under direct entry as I have completed my graduation this year with a provisional registration. We are confused, like should we start studying with current course or wait till ICI to announce the date of commencement of this new course?
Current course बच्चा, because the new course applicable को अभी तो टाइम है ना, it is not going to be applicable, नहीं तो you will have to wait for a year. So I would say current course. If you're done with graduation now and you want to do CA now, but naturally current course, no?
And should we start our 9 months compulsory articleship or wait?
I would say start. Please understand, if you're going to wait, we don't know when the new course will come. This is proposed. New course अगले साल आएगा. Let's say an example. Let's say May 23 में अनाउंस होता है कि November 24 ऑनवर्ड्स आएगा। Let's say an example. Don't quote me. करेक्ट है। तो May 23 तक तुम 1 साल क्या करेगा, उसके बाद तू शुरू करेगा, उसके बाद 8 महीने का इंटर का पढ़ाई करेगा, So your exam of inter will come May 24, I mean 23 and May 24, right? And उसके बाद 2 साल का articleship. उससे तो अच्छा you start your 9 months of articleship now and give your inter exams in the next year, no, May 23. And फिर बीच में कभी कुछ आया, you change if you like the new thing. Correct है? Don't wait. जो current है उसमें चलने का.
Can earlier ATC so taken be again take BAA certificate?
Of course, provided you have finished the BAMA requirement, no? ATC and BA are little different. ATC would be taken even, in इंटर का एक आध वन ग्रुप क्लियर कर दिया तो भी ATC मिलता था, करेक्ट है? BA में ऐसा नहीं है. BA मतलब इंटरमीडिएट पूरा दोनों ग्रुप खत्म हो गया, MCS और एडवांस ITT किया, 2 साल का आर्टिकलशिप किया हुआ है, सेल्फ ऑनलाइन मॉड्यूल्स खत्म किया है, उसके बाद BA मिलता है. सो वो रजिस्टर करके वो बेसिक चीजें खत्म करके यू कैन टेक BA. यस, the entire presentation what I've shown is available on the ICI website. ICI website, I'll just share the screen. I think a lot of people are unaware. Okay, we're on ICI website. Give me 1 second. Okay, ICI.org. बराबर है? If you go to ICI website, that's your ICI website. Yes, no, no, yes. अरे कभी गए हो तुम लोग? राइट, यहाँ पे देखो लाल में ऐसा ब्लिंक हो रहा है, ब्लिंक हो रहा दिख रहा है, एक ही चीज ब्लिंक हो रहा है, कौन सा? प्रपोज्ड स्कीम ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड ट्रेनिंग. बाकी सब नॉर्मल है, सब पुराना वाला. इस पे क्लिक करेंगे तो सब कुछ दिया हुआ है. देखो, देयर इज अ नेशनल वेबिनार, देयर इज एन ऑनलाइन फीडबैक फॉर्म, करेक्ट है, उसका वो खुलेगा, उस पे क्लिक करेंगे. देयर इज अ नेशनल वेबिनार व्हिच वाज प्रपोज्ड, उसका डिटेल्स, प्रपोज्ड का पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन, अनाउंसमेंट, पब्लिक कमेंट्स, gazette, everything is given, right? Everything that I have spoken is given. So anytime you have doubt, feel free to refer that also, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So Murali is asking, are there any exemptions from foundation for graduates or engineering graduates to admit in CA course?
Are there any
exemption from foundation for graduates or engineering graduates to admit in
अरे
CA
ग्रेजुएट को
course?
तो फाउंडेशन देना ही नहीं है ना भाई. Graduate has to directly register for inter, dear. Foundation has always been exempted for a graduate, even in the current scheme and in the proposed scheme. Next question.
Soumya, should May 23 students prepare for their exams as per current scheme, or is there a chance that new scheme will
May
be?
23 inter or final?
She has not written anything.
No problem. I would say start preparing. रुकोगे थोड़ी? अच्छा, फाइनल. मीट एंड प्रिपेयर नो, क्या टेंशन है? और प्रिपेयर भी किया, ठीक है. वंस अगेन करंट स्कीम May 23 में आएगा, ऐसा कहीं दिया हुआ नहीं, और बहुत फार फेच्ड है कि May 23 में अप्लाई होगा. सो 100% प्रिपेयर द करंट स्कीम, करेक्ट है. अनलेस तुमको वेट करना है और यू आर लाइक नहीं आए, मेरे को नया कोर्स ही देगा मैं जीवन में, अपन तो एकदम, तो नो प्रॉब्लम. बट अदरवाइज प्रिपेयर फॉर द करंट स्कीम यार, एब्सोल्युटली यस. और अगर उसके पहले आ भी जाता है, इफ यू वांट टू शिफ्ट यू कैन. लेकिन सी मॉडस ऑपरेंडी पेपर्स आर नॉट गोइंग टू चेंज, नो, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. एफआर विल रहे, एसएफएम विल बी देयर, सिर्फ स्टडिंग थोड़ा स्टाइल बदल जाएगा, बिकॉज 70 मार्क्स ऑफ सॉल्विंग एंड 30% इज प्रपोज्ड ऑब्जेक्टिव. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड, इज प्रपोज्ड. आफ्टर पब्लिक कमेंट्स काफी चीजें चेंज भी हो सकती है. वी डोंट सी दैट बहुत चेंज होगा, बट कुछ चीजें आफ्टर पब्लिक कमेंट्स, कौन कितना कमेंट देता है हमको नहीं पता ना. It will go back to ministry. Please understand, it's a long process. It is not कि 100 बच्चों को अप्लाई करने के लिए क्लासेस ने कुछ चेंज कर दिया और दे दिया. The institute is under an act of parliament, so everything has to go to MCA, to ministry. Correct? Yes.
So the one who will shift from old syllabus to new syllabus is supposed to follow minimum study period of 8 months or can appear for the nearest attempt.
आदित्य, इफ तुमने ऑलरेडी पुराने कोर्स में वो स्टडी पीरियड खत्म किया है तो नए में नहीं करने का ना. 8 months of study period you have to do in inter, correct है. If you've already done in the old current and then shift, then why will you want to do? You will not do, but provided तुमको पढ़ाई वो वाला ही आना चाहिए ना, because paper pattern is going to change. तो वो तो फिर रिस्की हो जाएगा ना तुम्हारे लिए, right? You will be eligible, but that is not given. But जनरली एलिजिबल हो जाते हैं.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, lot of good questions, and I'm very glad. The only thing which I think is now, as if you're taking a lot of tension. Oh, नया कोर्स आ गया. अरे chill. नंबर वन, जो 10वीं में ना अभी करंटली जो 10वीं पास किए, उनको ये नया कोर्स एप्लीकेबल होगा पूरा शुरू से. लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड दिस, बिकॉज 2 साल बाद जब फाउंडेशन में आएगा तभी उनको एप्लीकेबल. जो भी 12वीं में है, जो फाउंडेशन दे रहे हैं, शायद उनके फाइनल एग्जाम न्यू कोर्स में आ जाएगा 100%. उनका इंटर का पता नहीं न्यू कोर्स में जाएगा क्या प्रपोज में. जो करंट इंटर में वगैरह है, उनका शायद जो करंट इंटर अभी देने वाले, जो इंटर पढ़ रहे हैं कमिंग दिस नवंबर है, उनको शायद ये फाइनल देने को मिल जाएगा, बिकॉज दे विल बी ट्रांजिशनिंग. जो करंट फाइनल दे रहे हैं, तुम काहे टेंशन ले रहे हो, राइट? अनलेस योर फाइनल इज समवेयर इन 2024, नवंबर 23 और मई 24, तुमको ये वाला ऑप्शन शायद देंगे, ये वाला पसंद है, ये वाला करो. बट ऐसा नहीं ना कि तूने ऑलरेडी 1 साल का आर्टिकलशिप करा और बोलेंगे और 2 साल का नए कोर्स में करो. 1 साल का किया तो इधर भी वो 1 साल या 8 महीना 9 महीना कुछ तो काउंट हो ही जाएगा. मैं तो बोलूंगा 1 ही साल काउंट होएगा. सो डोंट वरी, right? Students are never at a loss when transitioning provisions are there. Never in 75 years of history of ICI, right? So don't believe, my only suggestion and request to every participant, don't believe rumors which a lot of people will try to create on social media, right? Give feedback and ask yours. आपके बिल्डिंग वगैरह में कोई सीए बीए रहते हैं, उनको भी देखा, उनको भी बोलने का, सर प्लीज गिव फीडबैक ऑन दिस. What is better, what is not better? Somebody who's practicing since last 25 years, उन्होंने 25 साल पहले सीए पास किया था, उनको दो, सर ये प्रपोज्ड है, आपको क्या लगता है? They are practicing, they know what is going on in the current trend. They will also, you also give your feedbacks. Please do that. That is something which is needed, right? Anything else? Anushri, you're on mute. I think excellent discussion, and I hope I was able to clear all doubts of all students, members who've been, here. Very glad to be a part of this, and I am excited for our BCS Tarang event as well. 18 and 19, meet me there. If you wish to meet me there, I'm going to be there on 18th, 19th, and 25th Bhattacharya finale as well. Register now for the Tarang event, guys. Register now. हम बोलते बहुत है कि भाई सीए स्टूडेंट्स, अरे यार टेक्निकली स्ट्रांग है, फन इवेंट कहाँ है? अरे ये है फन इवेंट, राइट? रजिस्टर फॉर 1 एक्टिविटी आउट ऑफ 9 एक्टिविटीज. सुपर. अ मिक्स ऑफ लिटरेचर इवेंट, अ मिक्स ऑफ डांसिंग, मतलब तुमको जो आता है तुम करो. पार्टिसिपेट, मीट न्यू फ्रेंड्स, मेक नेटवर्क, बिकॉज नेटवर्क इज योर नेटवर्क. कोई इन्फ्लुएंसर ने बोल दिया 100 के वाले, वो वाला तो वीडियो हम शेयर कर लेंगे, and making that influencer all the more, famous. The time is now for you. You are a chartered accountant student. Be a part of this CA festival also, which is organized by the BCS, right? Thank you so much. Anushri, over to you. You guys are on mute.
So thank you, sir, for answering almost all the queries from the students. It was indeed a great session. Now I would further hand over to Divya for the vote of thanks.
Okay. So I'd like to thank Hrudyesh sir on behalf of our BCS community for enlightening us on our knowledge about the new CA curriculum and giving us such meaningful insights, sir. We are very grateful to you that you took some time off from your busy schedule and you came here to share your insights about it. Thanks a lot. I'm sure everyone present here has much more clarity on how the new CA curriculum has been proposed. Next, I'd like to thank the people present over here who have joined. I'm sure you will leave with all your questions answered and give a genuine feedback on this proposed scheme. Next, I'd like to thank the Human Resource Development Committee of BCS to organize such seminar for the benefit of all. And last but not the least, I'd like to thank our back office staff, Javed Bhai and Bilal Bhai, to provide constant support to conduct this wonderful session. Thank you all again.
Thank you, Hrudyesh, for
Thank,
joining in.
thank you, Danish sir. Thank you, everyone.
So we will end the meeting. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, in for joining. Thanks, Lisa.